Hey everyone, welcome back for another figure opening video today. Today we're going to be looking at the Otherworlder Shion figure that came out at the end of last year. And I have been wanting to open this for a little while, but that Diablo figure that came out a little bit after this one looked super cool and I couldn't not open it. It was such a cool figure. So yeah, we're finally opening this up. So let's kick things off by taking a look at the box. First off, let me highlight, this box is actually quite small. It's about the size of my hand, so yeah, not the biggest box. I mean, we've had quite a few bigger ones. But on the box itself, we have that, have a camera reflection. Wow, very reflective box. We have that, what is it, Isekai-jing, so we have Otherworlder person. Over here, we have Band Presto, and then we have just this up here saying that this is a special color version, which is pretty cool. So this must be nicely specially colored, which is pretty interesting. Otherworlder there on the front with Shion, and then we have, what's that? Tensei shitara slime datta ken. Yeah, that time I was reincarnated as a slime. I probably just butchered the Japanese there. But it also says down here, Otherworlder figure volume 7. So there's quite a few of these figures. I didn't realize. So maybe we've got to backtrack and collect some of them. But there's Bandai and other stuff there. So yeah, that's all the stuff on the front. On the side, we have our Isekai-jin there. Again, Otherworlder, and just a nice plain side with a few lines there, very simplistic, very nice. Over here, what does that say? We have like prize skill, so clearly I have gained and unlocked the prize skill. And then on the other side, we have a few pictures of Shion here, and it says here A Shion, so the special version. And over here we have the B Soe figure. So Soe we haven't got yet, so we might get him at some point in the future. Like I said, if I'm going to go back and get all of these, I'm going to have to at some point. He does look damn cool there. But again, we have that Isekai-jin in the background there. Really cool. Yeah, and we have Bandai Spirits information, all that stuff down there too. So, yep, that's there all on the back. Wow, my voice went there. And then on the bottom, we have all of the safety information, and that just takes up the entire bottom, so that's pretty cool. And then on the top, we have that there. We have A, so that we know that the A is this. So you're not being tricked. Then we have Jaya Prize, and then we have our Kodansha logo there. And this is one of the older Kodansha logos, so this is before they changed it. So yeah, let's open this box up. Boom. Okay, and in with our knife. So yeah, this figure, like I say, we got it a couple of months ago, maybe even half a year. I cannot remember. Everything's just blurring into one time period right now. But yeah, and that's hard to open. And yeah, we got her in the game center, and she was a little bit pricey. I can't remember how much I spent, maybe 3,000 trying to win it. Here, I don't care showing you these QR codes anymore. We have the Band Presto Navi QR code there, so you can see my figures coming out. And there is also this questionnaire. Don't scan that one. I mean, don't go filling out questionnaires for figures you don't have. But let's open it up, and open it up. Okay, it's all cardboard. So, whoop. All right. Oh, okie dokie. Wow, there's a lot of cool stuff there. All right, let me get this unpacked and then we'll put it together. Here we go. Okay, stand. And here is our stand. And there's not so much on here. The texture of it is actually kind of matted, so it's not as smooth and shiny as a lot of the other stands. Maybe you can see that there, so that's kind of interesting. We also have these 2 points sticking out this time instead of holes, so these will probably go into Shion's feet. The stand itself is about 6 or 7 millimeters tall, and there is a little bit of, you can't really see it. There's a little bit of damage there. I think that's just from the molding process, so that can't be helped at all. But then underneath here, we do have some information. So we have saying it's from, at that time was reincarnated as a slime, Bandai Spirits, made in China. And again, another code. I still don't know why they're doing these codes. That seems very, very new. So anyway, so this can go down over here. And then we have our Shion herself. And yeah, wow. I think the main thing we need to do first, though, is actually put her together, because she has been broken up into many small pieces. So as you can see, there's quite a big, or maybe you can't see, there's quite a big hole under there with a little kink inside. And there's also this piece here, which will go in like so. Just push that down. And then we also have her ponytail here, which needs to go into the top. And it says there's a specific hole, or specific shape and position. I don't know if any position would work, but we'll just put it in this way, I guess, for now. because that kind of makes the most sense. There we go. And alright, cool. Okay, looks like our Shion figure is ready for review. So, let's take a look at her face. So first off, you can see she's got these really nice purple eyes. These are pretty cool, and they're looking off at the side, so I guess that this is an angled figure. That's pretty cool. Her nose sticks out quite a bit, as do other things. And she has just her mouth painted on there on the front. We can also see she has her ogre horn in this one, which is kind of cool. So she has evolved, which is pretty cool. And that's nice. It's just a lovely black color. There's not really much to say there. And then her hair is nicely parted along the sides with a nice bit of shading there. And for the size of this figure, because it's tiny. I mean, like, the head itself is tiny. There's a fair bit of detail, so that's pretty cool, especially for a prize figure. We can see on top of her head, her hair is all pulled back and tied back. And this piece of hair that I put on the back, her ponytail, has a little scrunchie there to hold it in. And then it comes off in a few strands, which kind of sweep in the wind. And again, there's a nice bit of detail to that too, so that is also pretty cool. Pretty cool. Moving down her body, as we can see, she has this very tightly fitting suit jacket. This is a lovely indigo color, by the way, so it's very, very, very cool. I like that coloring. It's beautiful. This must be what they mean by special color version. Her collar stands up at the top, which is nice. There's a nice fold here at the back. Her arms, you can see there's lines where they've been joined. That can't be helped at all. But her hands do have a little bit of detail. For example, her fingers are nicely split. There's also a little bit of an under jacket there, like a shirt, I suppose. So you can see that sticking out there. That's the same over here, except for this hand being folded up. So that's quite a common motif these days in these figures. She has 3 golden buttons there. And I think the obvious in the room is just her breasts up there. So there you go. That's that. Moving down the figure, we also have these very tight-fitting trousers, or pants, whichever country you're from. And yeah, these are pretty cool. So there's nice folds on them. They're a nice kind of purple color too. And yeah, very tightly fitting. You can also see as well, there's a bit of black at the back there in between her jacket. So that shows that they've also thought about a belt. And you can see that belt there at the front too. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then finally we have her boots, and her boots don't have the most amount of detail to them. Actually, they look kind of ugly, so it's a shame. Also, they're pointing inwards, which is kind of interesting too. Very weird pose. So yeah, there's not a ton of detail, but I guess you don't need it really. Is that right? So yeah, that's that. And then there's 2 holes underneath which are going to go into the stand. But my biggest qualm with this figure is, even though I've tried pushing in the bottom to the top, it very easily just comes out. It just kind of keeps falling off. So yeah, filming this has actually been a little bit tough. I've had to cut quite a bit of content. So there we go. Anyway, let's get her in her stand. And here she is in her stand. And like I say, she's tiny. She's a very small figure. I mean, I'm going to say she's about, what, 13, 14 centimeters? But I haven't measured it, so I have nothing to compare it to. Don't take my word for it. Actually check online, please. But anyway, let me give you all a few pretty shots of this figure, because I think that she does deserve some good shots. So, let's take a look. Okay, and let's move her to the shelf. Here we go. So yeah, this is a pretty cool figure. The problem is, I think most of you are probably not even looking at her face. You're probably looking at more obvious sticky outy things. And it's always tough doing these kinds of figure reviews, because I'm sure most people want to focus exactly on her booblies, but there you go. Right, we're going to put her down here, next to our Diablo figure from before. This is kind of dark. We don't have it very well lit, which is kind of a shame. We do have a few other Tensura figures back there. There's a few Rimugus. And there's a broken Megumin. Her stuff broke. Oh, it's so sad. But Shion's going to go right there next to Diablo. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. But hey, everyone, if you liked today's video, please do give us a like. And please subscribe for many, many more figures coming very, very soon. Okay, bye!